Coral reefs, am I right? So, basically, coral reefs are awesome. They protect coastlines from tropical storms, provide habitats and nutrients for a ton of marine organisms, and assist in carbon and nitrogen fixing. Pretty cool. Beyond just being awesome, these coral reefs are essential to things like the scientific research on climate events from over the past million years, the fishing industry itself, and even the economy. The Great Barrier Reef generates more than $1.5 billion every year for the Australian economy just through fishing and tourism alone. So, cha-ching. Sadly, this brings us to part 2, which is the collapse of coral reefs. Over the past 2 years, the Great Barrier Reef has lost half of its coral. Yeah, you heard me right. Half in 2 years. A lot of factors can be blamed here, like coral mining, organic and non-organic pollution, overfishing, and the warming of the oceans. But it cannot be stated enough that without these corals, reefs will degrade and vanish within just a few years. The impact of our changing climate on coral reefs caused a global bleaching event in 2015. This event has caused a mass die-off of corals, and sadly, there's a pretty clear pattern of severe bleaching events increasing in frequency to a point where there is now inadequate intervals for corals to recover in between. Many groups around the world have started global efforts to help the dying coral population. One that comes to mind immediately is the Coral Restoration Foundation. This organization has bred and saved coral on the coast of Florida since 2007. Another benefactor of this movement is the Coral Reef Alliance. Their goal is to create 45 adaptive reefscapes around the world by the year 2045. In doing this, they hope to save enough coral to repopulate most of the world's coral reefs. And it's through conservation groups like this that we find some kind of hope in the future for not only our oceans and reefs, but our world as a whole. With critical topics like climate change so in focus today, I hope that more groups arise to meet this obstacle and protect our planet. At this point, I'm sure you're wondering, what can I do to help with something like this? Besides just being a good person and not participating in something as dumb as coral mining, most of the things you can do to help are simple everyday changes to your life. Choose sustainable seafood. Conserve water because the less water you use, the less runoff and waste gets put back into the ocean. Volunteer at a beach or a reef cleanup and practice a sustainable lifestyle that can benefit everything, not just the reefs. Use energy-efficient light bulbs, which reduce greenhouse gas emissions. Climate change is real, and it's time for people to start doing something about it. Thanks.